Hey everybody, and welcome to episode 10. Can you guys believe it? We made it to 10.
I can't believe it.
The CoGPod. Yay! Oh, nobody cares. It's a pretty big deal. It's been like almost 3 months already.
Yeah, 10 weeks.
Yeah, that's a good job.
We're
doing. I thought it would like peter out, but it's actually been pretty steady.
Let's pat our backs.
You could do a Peter.
No, I can't. I can't do Peter voice.
So how are you guys doing this week? How is everybody?
Excellent.
Wonderful.
I'm super good.
Awful.
Great.
Obviously.
Sorry to hear that.
What'd you do this week, Grim? What'd you do this week?
I played a lot of Titanfall and Pokemon and Final Fantasy.
Okay. What did you do? Like, did you do anything in real life? Like, I don't want to know just about your gaming life.
I mean, I don't do this to talk about my real life.
Wow. Nick, what did you do?
I watched Grim play Final Fantasy, and that is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. I have no idea what Final...
Oh.
Hello?
What? You cut out.
What?
What?
Did I cut out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I have no idea what Final Fantasy is now.
I don't know why it keeps cutting out every time you say Final Fantasy. It must be because our recording system hates that game just like I do.
Wow.
Is it censored or something?
Maybe.
Yeah, it's like
say Final Fantasy.
Say
again.
Final Fantasy again.
Final Fantasy.
Oh,
That's
you
fine.
went through that time.
Okay.
What did Luke do
Anyway,
this week?
No, keep
He
going.
played Pokemon.
Nick's not finished yet.
Oh, I thought that's all he did.
I was just saying how there's like plastic lawn chairs and hillbillies and K-pop
You can't move
bands
those either.
and-
They are like embedded
in the
the
game?
ground.
Final Fantasy
Yeah.
is it's a modern like setting this time. Modern
There-
future.
there's
driving around in a
Coleman-
greaser car, and there's giraffes in Texas, and
So modern, but not exactly.
Yeah,
'Cause
It's alternate.
Kind of.
alternate reality.
It's Final
modern.
Fantasy'd up. It's like fantasy setting. Fantasy modern.
Terrible.
It has Magitech stuff, yeah.
Terrible.
Magic.
the main thing
There's
about that is
magic.
if any indie dev made that game, they'd be like, "Oh, you just bought a bunch of random assets and put them in a game. It doesn't make any sense."
Exactly.
But where it's this company, they're like, "Oh, it's awesome, yeah."
Well, I feel like they just had to push it out at some point. I guess halfway through something happens. I have no idea, but
Well,
didn't it have like a huge patch the first day or something?
Most of games
Yeah.
do now, yeah. It's like a 10 gig patch or
yeah,
something.
because you can fix it later. You
Yeah.
just push it out and fix
Well,
it later.
It'd been in development for 10 fucking years.
Oh, yeah.
Literally.
They should have just given up.
It started out as Final Fantasy Versus 13 as the title, and
Yeah.
then they changed it to 15. And I mean, they've been going more kind of weird modern fantasy with the last couple anyways. I mean, they've had a lot of, they've always kind of had that. Even with 7, it was like a future, but it was
Future trains.
steampunk dystopian, like Final Fantasy always had kind of a weird mashup of technology and fantasy.
Now they're pushing it too far.
Like
Think
it's
so?
not medieval fantasy at all anymore. I
No,
guess.
like after the first couple, even in the first few, they had like Magitech and machines and like skyships and
But Luke, when you camp, there is Coleman brand camping equipment.
no, there's not.
Wow.
wonder how much they paid.
No,
Really?
I'm serious.
I wonder how much they paid for that product placement.
I don't know, probably a lot. But
Luckily
I've
it's selling
It's
out.
ridiculous.
yeah.
You guys have gone off the rails. What else did you do, Nick?
Well, it was the last week of Hell Week that I talked about before.
Yeah,
And-
lobster.
You're out of hell
so
now.
I'm out of hell now. I'm super happy. And
You
today
never
I went
sent
to
me a
something-
cake.
Oh, you can get those cakes anywhere. They're garbage.
It's on the way.
We don't
It's
have
taken
them
in
here.
They're garbage.
Just lie and say you mailed it because
Whoops.
it's Canadian.
Yeah, he
mail.
sent it 6 months ago.
Yeah.
I mailed it. And then today I went to something called 10,000 Villages. Have any of you heard of that?
No.
Were there 10,000 villages?
No, but they go and buy handcrafts from 10,000 different poor villages to sort of support them. And then they bring them here and sell them and send the money back in addition to it.
Yeah.
At least that's what they say.
That's what they say. But that's really cool. I went to that today.
No, that is
So,
neat.
Good for Christmas
Did,
shopping.
did you buy
Yeah.
anything?
Yep. Yeah, I bought these boxes that they carve out of...
Don't spoil it.
Those are Christmas presents.
No
Don't-
one's going to hear this. That knows about this.
I like how every week
So
Nick's
they're
like,
not for us.
I like how every week Nick is like, oh, my friends and my family don't listen.
Yeah.
No, they're not going to. This is my secret
Most
life.
of ours probably don't either.
Whatever.
I haven't even told anyone about this.
Really? Nobody?
We put it out
Nope.
on our like personal accounts on Facebook. Just I don't know that any of them would listen, but
The only thing I do on Facebook is like repost your stuff. That's about. I don't.
Everyone
really
I
use-
know
what
has me on
Facebook is.
Twitter, but no one reads Twitter, and this is proof.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
I don't know. I find that people pay more attention on Twitter than anywhere else.
Yeah, it depends on what you're marketing to, and Nick probably hasn't like expanded. To
I do it in bursts. Like when I was doing Temple of Evil, I did that. When I did the Suicide Girls project, I did that. When I do videos very infrequently, I use it. But other than that, not so much.
yeah.
It's a very loud truck you have there, Grim.
I can't help it. I can't stop traffic when I'm recording.
You got to put cones
Right.
out in the street before you start.
Nobody cares.
Just
Nobody
block the road.
It was just perfect timing on a lull.
Yeah. it's just every-
Wait for the siren to go off because I'm going to make you guys listen to the whole thing.
No, you should. I appreciate that. What'd you do this week, Luke, besides Pokemon? Other Pokemon? I mean,
did you
literally,
beat it?
like,
Yes, I did. I beat the game
7 times.
Once.
That's all he does, you guys. Like, it's all day and night. Like, I go to bed and he's still playing for like 7 more hours.
Amanda,
He doesn't
it's
even
better
sleep.
than Destiny. Calm down.
It is better than Destiny because I'll tell you why. He
Yes,
plays on the DS, and so he's in the living room with me. He may be ignoring me and not interacting, but at least he's local to next to me rather than in a different room.
Yeah.
So
It's
Yeah.
local area, Luke.
it's
LAL.
locally ignoring me.
She prefers that.
I'd rather at least you be there.
Well, yeah,
Weird.
because she could reach over and you'd be there instead of he's
Well, and
not
then
there.
if like somebody breaks in the house, you're a foot away. Like you can try to.
he's
protect me.
invested
He
in Pokemon though.
He would just like throw something and like trip me to be bait
That's
for
not
whoever
true.
breaks in.
That's not true.
What else did you do
I
this
think
week?
reach
for real,
over sounds dirty, by the way.
though? Gross.
Just reach over and I'm right there.
Yeah.
No, I had a work trip this week, actually. I was away for a couple of days. So that was interesting. Got to stay in a hotel.
It was terrible.
It was all right.
Well, it was terrible for me. I was so lonely
We're not talking
and sad.
about you.
Yeah.
Oh, we
You asked, what I was doing.
Okay, fine.
No. But no, it was all right. It was I just had to go to like East Texas, Beaumont area.
There's not a lot out there, really.
No, it's like the Gulf Coast area,
Yeah.
and I just had to visit a couple offices out there and do some stuff. And
Did you have a lot of leisure time or?
yeah, mostly it was mostly leisure time.
That's how it is.
Did you
with
really
state.
just move out for a bit to play more Pokemon?
Yeah, that was it. Solid 3 days of it.
God, you guys.
gotta
Okay.
go away on business.
I mean, that's kind of what it turned into. Although I did go out on Thursday night and watch the football game and had a few beers. And,
Wasn't that the place you went to called Luke's?
Yeah,
and
called-
I was like, send me a picture of you next to the sign, but it was too dark.
yeah, it was already like 6:30, so it was pitch black out. But yeah, it was called Luke's, and it was a pretty cool like outdoor. It was a little chilly, but it was big outdoor area, and they had all the fire
Heater things.
Yeah, and then they had actual fire pits.
Didn't somebody buy you beer?
Yeah, some random folks that were there.
Don't pronounce the L.
Folks were there from Walmart training, apparently.
How do you pronounce it, folks?
Folks.
Folks.
Not folks, it's folks.
Folks.
No, it's folks.
There's an L in there.
You don't pronounce the L.
Like egg yolks.
You say yolks. God, you guys.
Yolks.
I'm with Amanda on this one.
It's
That's how we
folks.
say
It's kind of a soft L. Yolks.
Folks.
Yolks.
Also, secondary to
Eggs.
that, you said they were there for you were there for a Walmart training.
Yeah.
I didn't know that they had training.
Oh, that's vicious.
Boom.
That's
Nailed
right.
Well, you'd not know it by being in the stores, I suppose.
Right. But no, they were pretty cool people, and we ended up talking about football and Pokemon, and as you do with adults.
You're a bunch of losers.
God.
Yeah, that's when you make that soft joke. Be like
To test the waters.
Exactly, you test the waters with it. You're watching football, so obviously everybody is watching football and drinking beer, so they have that in common. But then you're like, oh, because they actually showed up at my table. I was sitting by myself because I'm a loser, and they had like a whole table just across this little shelf outside. It was like a little wall, I guess. And they had a table over there, and there were like 5 or 6 of them sitting there. Then a few more people showed up, and I had went to the bathroom, But I did the chair lean thing, to make
Which
sure.
also, side note, I didn't know meant that the seat was taken. So many times I've been to bars and I've seen that and I've just sat down in that chair. I'm like, why is it leaned up on the bar like that?
But you're a girl, so they won't say anything when they come
They're like,
back.
oh, she took my chair. I'm going to buy her a drink.
And then they just reach around you and get the beer that's in front of you already. And
I just figured they were done.
reach
Like I
around again.
handed it.
yeah, the reach around. And so yeah, I come back and a couple of guys were sitting at the table.
Was it all dudes?
No, it was like 2 or 3 guys, or I was about half and half. They're about
It was
7
all
people.
dudes.
And maybe 2 or 3 girls, but mostly guys.
Wait, were the girls cute?
No,
Shut up. Okay, go ahead.
they were
Wow.
Walmart employees.
Whoa.
We got real
Way to
vicious against
alienate-
Walmart.
Oh.
Way to alienate our
I know.
Walmart
I'm
listeners.
kidding.
There's
I have to go to
some cute ones
Walmart
around here.
tomorrow.
Are there? I guess
Yeah,
it depends
there
on
are.
where you're at.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
But-
anywhere, though.
That's true. That's true. But yeah, so they were sitting at my table when I came back, and I was just like, "Hey, what's up, guys?" And I was fine with it. I was just kind of bullshitting with them, and they're like, "You don't mind if we're sitting?" Right? I was like, "No, I don't care. It's either this or back in the hotel playing Pokemon or something."
They're like, ho, 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 ho.
And then dude's like, "You got Moon?" And then we just started talking.
You're like, oh, thank God. Now I can talk to you like normal.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Well,
So-
they work at Walmart. They're going to buy Pokemon.
So my week was super duper sad because Luke was gone and it's like the first time he's been gone on a work trip. And I did find like the first day I was like, yeah, I got the house to myself. I'm going to watch TV that he hates and just drink wine for like a day.
What TV is that?
Doesn't matter what TV show I was watching. I hate
Did you
guys.
get bored real fast?
No, the second day I was fine. And then the second day, I went to work for like a minute and then I came home and I didn't have anything to do. And I was just like, man, I'm so lonely and sad. I like cried myself to sleep at 7:30 p.m.
Oh, no.
It was so depressing.
You're getting old, Amanda. Oh, wow.
No, it's because I cried.
7:30.
I cried so much that I fell asleep.
She was
Is that
watching.
real?
Yeah. You get so
Oh,
like
wow.
out of breath from crying hard that you just fall asleep.
That's got to be a girl thing.
Oh,
Probably.
No, it's just an Amanda thing.
it was a hard cry.
I don't know
singing
if you were joking or whatever because I didn't know if I should laugh or.
Ha 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 ha!
No, you can laugh at me, but it really happened.
Well, I don't want to hurt your
I mean,
feelings.
it's-
You would,
You're not gonna hurt.
cry.
You're not gonna hurt my feelings, Nick.
She was singing the Kim Jong Il Ronery song.
She has
She was from America.
Ronery. That's so racist. So anyway, that was really all I did, and I went to like a doctor's appointment, and I went and bought wine, and that's all I did. Like I don't really do much, you guys. I'm
You
so
just drank
I was
boring.
only
wine
gone-
and watched TV the
I was
whole
gone
time.
for 3 days. You had 4 other days of the week since we recorded.
Well, I went to work
all
for
wine blackout.
I went to work for 3
Crying
days.
blackout.
Yeah.
No, it's like you cry so hard that you like lose oxygen to the brain, and so you pass out a little bit.
Holy moly!
Or all night.
I'm just saying. Okay. Anyway, skip.
Crickets on that
Well,
one.
no,
Done.
it's like if someone leaves for a few days and they come back and they're like, "Oh, did you miss me?" I'd just be like, "Oh, did you go somewhere?"
No.
So
I
mean.
didn't.
We've been apart like one night at a time.
A couple. You've been to Dallas
I go
a
and
couple
hang
times.
out. Oh, that's true. I did go. I was in Dallas for like a week that one time. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So
Did you cry, Luke?
Yes.
he didn't even notice I was fucking gone. So I have a really big announcement. Are you guys ready for this? We're doing a whole new thing. You
Oh.
excited?
Sure.
It's a baby.
No.
Whoa.
Get
Never.
your
It's
chalkboards out.
Never that.
I'm pregnant, guys.
Oh,
I
wow.
knew it.
Never that. So we're going to start doing this thing, and we'll link on our CoGPod.net for this episode, or somewhere we'll link to my Twitch donate page. So what we're going to do is
What?
start taking donations
We're getting money?
from listeners, because a lot of them are on iTunes and don't always go to the website or Twitch or Twitter or whatever. So go to the actual CoGPod.net, and then whatever donations we get, I'll look at it for the week, and whoever has donated the most for the week will be the executive producer of the next
The what?
CoGPod.
Producer?
The executive producer of the next
Producer?
episode.
Producer.
The producer. And then if you donate like a super high amount, we'll send you like a cool gift or something.
What?
And usually all this money will probably go to upkeep on the website.
Yeah,
and
Nick right now is
like
fronting
everybody
all of
knows that. Yeah, like Nick's doing all this work for free, but everybody knows that the podcast is not something that's free to do. Like you have to pay to do
We'll
some
give
stuff.
him American money. You won't know what to do with it.
Tiring.
So anyway, send in donations. Best donation of the week gets to be executive producer, and we'll send cool stuff to high donations.
Mhm.
The other thing I
Oh,
wanted to
On that also, if you do donate, send a message with it, and we can
please.
do shout outs, if you have anything that you want anybody to say
or even
read.
if you could email me and say, "Hey, I donated. Here's my message."
That
Like
too.
if it runs out of space, because sometimes whenever you donate through Twitch, it gives you like a very limited amount
Yeah,
of
it's that
characters.
stream tip or whatever that.
But you could email me through the website. I have an email now.
Yeah, if you want to support.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Support
Nick,
us.
what were you saying?
Love us.
If someone sent you $1,000 and requested you say something terrible, would you say it?
It depends on what it is. If it's not
Like
like
it's
racist
super
or
racist.
something, no, I'm not going to say it then. No.
Okay.
I might.
2,000. 2,000.
It depends on what it is
would.
and how much the donation is. We're not going to prostitute
guys are
ourselves
terrible.
out.
Uh,
So the
we
other-
knew that I was.
everybody has a price.
The other thing I was going to say, especially because a lot of the listeners are iTunes.
Yeah.
From, the analytics that we get back, most of the people downloading are from
Oh,
iTunes.
yes, analytics. Mm-hmm.
Whatever. So links to all of our Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all of that are on the website, the CoGPod.net. So if you haven't visited the website yet, please go show support.
Yes, Nick does that every week. He does.
Yes, he puts a lot of work
He makes a
into it.
banner every week, and he puts
Mhm.
the links up and writes a little thing.
And then that way, if you
That's
follow
not
us on
me.
Twitter and stuff, then you'll be more up to date and you can put in requests, you can put in questions,
Yeah.
whatever. So
What-
just go to the website.
It is a blog form on the website, so
Yeah.
you can see each
You can scroll
episode's
down.
stuff.
Yeah, there's always
Um,
some weird stuff we talk about that we post there.
Yeah, like bonus content, kind of.
Links to dick pics and things like that.
All of that.
Yeah.
Bonus pretzel.
And then send in any feedback if we're doing really good. You like certain segments, let us know. If there's things that you think we could improve on, we do want to hear that as well. So send in any input. We just want to hear from people. We like
You
hearing
suck.
from people.
That's okay too.
I don't want to hear anything negative at all.
The other thing I was going
We'll go to
say
YouTube
is,
for that.
no, all of our YouTube comments
I
have been positive. Send in, send to questions@cogpod.net. I want you guys to send in your best celebrity impersonations, like endorsing the podcast. You guys
What do you
want me-
mean?
You want me to do my example? It's so
I want to
bad.
hear this so
You
bad.
want to hear? Okay. Let me get prepared here.
Need
So
some
this
coffee?
is me. This is my impersonation of Yoda endorsing the CoGPod. Are we ready?
Oh, we're ready.
Yoda, I am. CoGPod, good is. I don't know why he's congested.
What's wrong with him?
He's old. He's 800
He's
years
old. He's got a cough. Oh,
He's a
God.
backpack.
I
So
don't
send
remember
it-
that.
He's 800 years old.
Yeah. So he's not going to
He's
be
dying.
he's-
Yeah, remember? Well, at least in
with
Empire.
his dying breath. He's
Like,
endorsing
spoilers.
the CoGPod.
Oh,
like-
sorry. Spoilers. I didn't
wants
say
you
he
to
died. I said he is dying.
He wants you to support the
That's still
CoGPod.
spoiling.
Oh man, that's great.
So send in your better impersonations
Yeah.
from that, please, and
If you
we're
have-
gonna we'll play them in the actual podcast. We'll play them.
Oh, yes.
We can use them
Yeah.
as like shoulders too. Like intros and outros
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
in between segments.
yeah. We'll insert them.
That was my
into
mystery
the
music.
CoGPod. That was
That
good.
sounded like
do it
something
again.
from Legend of Zelda.
Do it again.
It was more like Scooby Doo or like you get the scene transition.
Yeah, do it again.
You know,
You see like the swirl.
Batman, that's
in
what it
and
was,
out.
Batman
Batman.
cartoon.
I get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Batman symbol.
I'm going
Sorry.
to copy
Anyway,
that. And
send in all of that to questions@cogpod.net.
We need a theme song too.
We do if you're really musically inclined.
Actually, our theme song's pretty awesome.
It's pretty good, but if you want to submit something,
Oh, if somebody wrote
we're
lyrics.
not solid.
Somebody wrote
So,
lyrics to it and sang it.
Yeah. Or
Yeah,
if
you could be
you
on all of our tags.
want to send an animation of anything that we've done
Oh, God,
or
the animation
anything,
would
we're
be
starting to
amazing.
get a little bit of fan art, and we're going to post the links to a couple. The executive producers for this week, we have 2 because they submitted really good fan art for
right.
us, and
Yeah.
we'll put links to that. So one is Elastic Armadillo.
What's up?
Good job, brother. And then the
God.
other one was just me, but it's got like cogs and stuff in the background.
To
So
be
I'm part of the
honest,
CoGPod.
Like 90% of the fan art is just you.
I'm a redhead. People like drawing red. Anyway, that one was from Selena Devil May Cry, and we'll link their accounts
That's cool.
to
man.
our stuff.
Yeah,
So we appreciate all of that.
Armadillo made a. We didn't say what it was. It was a poster that was for the CoGPod.
So what we did
We're
last
gonna
week,
link it,
if
but
you
yeah.
didn't listen last week, we asked you guys and we did a poll of which Pokemon represents the CoGPod the best. And by 2 votes, Clink Clang won. But what Elastic Armadillo did was he made like a poster of the CoGPod, and you guys were the Doug Trio.
The Alolan Doug
So
Trio.
like little penis dudes sticking out of the ground with blonde hair. And each one of you I named, like I pointed out which one was which. And then in the front, there's like a little fire Eevee that's me because it's got red hair and stuff. And then there's like cogs on fire.
that's
So
a
it's like a really
Vulpix.
cool. It's a what?
Vulpix.
That's a Vulpix.
What is that?
It's a Pokemon.
It's a
Oh,
fox.
I thought it was an Eevee.
No, it's the one that evolves into
Nope.
Ninetales.
Oh, anyway.
Here.
So if you see the
We're
picture.
nerds. Sorry.
If you see the picture, it's super cool.
It's this
We'll
little guy.
post it. So anyway, the winner was actually Clink Clang. So he did the other options instead.
Yeah.
And we're going to be getting our t-shirts made from Wasabi. He's working on the design now.
Well, those other ones I think he made representative of us as the 3 dicks, and then you.
Yeah, you guys are the 3 dicks, and then I'm the cool little fox in front.
I don't
It's
have
perfect.
one of those.
What, a
A
Vulpix?
penis?
A dick? Or are you talking about a Vulpix?
A Doug Trio.
Oh, what? How do you not have a Doug Trio? They're all over the place. Are you playing Moon?
Preposterous.
Anyway,
Wow.
I don't think he was being serious.
You guys, stop talking about Pokemon. So the real topic for this week, the main thing that we wanted to talk about, and it wasn't just you guys. I know that Luke brought this up. He wanted to talk about
What?
it. We got several questions about it. Esports.
Oh, yeah.
So that's going to be, do you guys want to just kind of talk a little bit about it first and then have me give you the questions we got?
No, let's go questions first, and then
Okay.
we'll see where that
So,
breeds for discussion.
yeah, see where that leads us. The first thing we got was from
Breeds.
Enjoyment Gaming. He wants to know what we think will be the next big esport. I would guess Overwatch, even though I have a very strong opinion about that I'll save for later.
Okay.
What do you say? What's the next big one?
Well, Overwatch already is kind of the next big one. It's already Counter-Strike's been like traditionally the biggest one, and Overwatch I think is gaining popularity because it has what it takes to be a competitive shooter.
Disagree.
The reason is because you always start on the level playing field at the beginning of the match, and that's the difference between it and something like Destiny or even Call of Duty. Lately has more unlockables and things like that, and so you have an advantage over other people if you've played longer. And Overwatch doesn't. The only thing you get for playing longer is cosmetic items, skins, things like that. And so the beginning of the match is a level playing field. That's why League of Legends, that's why Dota, Counter-Strike.
You can't compare. So I'll just go ahead and talk about it now because you brought it up.
Okay, go ahead.
So the question that we got also was, should Overwatch be an esport? And I don't think that it should be because it doesn't qualify. You're giving all these reasons that it does, but the reason that it does not is because the ones that, say you have a scale of 1 to 10,
Okay.
10 being the highest skill cap. You
Okay.
got Dota for sure. You got League of Legends for sure. They've got so much going on. So you come out, yeah, you don't have anything more than anybody else when you start. So you come out, you've got to have a very well put together team, extremely skilled players. They've got to be able to jungle. They've got to be able to farm. They've got to watch the towers. You've got to be able to move around the lanes and know what you're doing. And with Overwatch, so if those are level 10,
Mm-hmm.
Overwatch, the map is super small. You come out and it's just a brawl. Like there's not a lot of skill to it.
Not true.
It's pretty true.
No, because
in comparison,
it takes a lot of strategy for knowing when you can
to
push and when you
break
can't.
someone else.
Yeah. It's
It's
a
not-
different
you
game.
can't even compare the
no,
two.
You're right. You can't because they're different types of games. You're looking at MOBAs versus a shooter. Shooters are still competitive. They're just not MOBAs. They're not a
Yeah,
strategy.
Overwatch is like a
I-
MOBA shooter. Like
no,
it's-
Overwatch.
It's combined.
Overwatch
No, you're
doesn't
thinking-
have much skill to
You're
it.
thinking, no, that's not true at all.
It
Look at the
is true.
difference between the players that are competitive and pros and just us amateurs, there's a huge. They would
Yeah,
murder
but
us.
even their best players are nowhere near
That's not
the
true.
level of Dota or League of Legends
That's not true at
players.
all. A lot of former League players play Overwatch.
Because it's easier.
No, because it's different.
I'm just going to disagree.
It's a different
rough
type of
comparison,
game.
really.
No, you'd be better off comparing like Counter-Strike to Overwatch because they're two completely different types of games.
Counter-Strike is much more difficult than Overwatch.
Do you know what Counter-Strike is?
Yeah, I've seen people play it.
It's the same thing.
No, it's a much bigger map, much more skillful use of your guns. Like Overwatch is just too easy
It's
to
not.
be an esport.
It's really not.
I think that
you haven't played.
Anything can be an esport.
I think that
Like,
PvP, like Trials of Osiris or Iron Banner, even has a higher skill level than
No,
Overwatch.
that's not true at all.
I definitely
But-
think that.
But
From
those
what I've
can't
seen,
because there's so
have
many.
an-
I'm
things
just
that
saying
come
that the
into play.
skill level in those games is
Not
way
true at
higher.
all. It's because it's a PC game, and so it looks like it's easier to aim and do things like that. I mean, it's also a console game, but it's definitely not. You have inherent advantages in games like Destiny when you have loadouts and things like that you can change and that have RNG involved, and that's the difference. But you're like tunneling on esports have to be complex, and they don't. Chess is a sport that is as straightforward as it gets. You know, it's a strategy game, and you don't have to have thumb skill to be a pro chess player. You know what I mean? It's a different type of thing. It's
What do you think, Nick, about Overwatch being an esport?
I think just about anything could be an esport. I think comparing actual MOBAs to Overwatch is not really fair to either of them. In Overwatch, you'd have to develop more skill to counteract other things. In other MOBAs like Smite, Dota, League of Legends, you can counteract things with build only,
right.
and a certain amount of skill, of course. But it's all esports, and it's all interesting to watch.
I think that the really big ones that have been out there, you know, your MOBAs, like the pure MOBAs, and then your strategy ones like StarCraft, and then even shooters. I mean, you look at Call of Duty, and it's huge, and Counter-Strike, and they all have their merits, and they take different. Yeah, Halo competitive was the biggest esport around.
That should not have been
for
an
the
esport.
longest thing, and it's because it was all self-contained within that match. You didn't bring an inherent advantage into it, and that's really the main criteria to make something as a viable esport, is that everybody has to have this same chance at the beginning of the match.
That's only one criteria.
Well, I think that is the biggest one, because as long as
Overwatch is not complex enough.
I disagree, and it doesn't have to be.
It should be, though. If you want it to be a
Why?
real esport to where they're making money, they're selling out stadiums to watch a game, then it needs to be hard.
Well, the complexity makes the skill cap higher, but that's skill cap in strategy. There's a difference between that and skill cap in actual thumb skill and gun skill, and that's what you need in Overwatch.
What do you think, Grim?
I mean, I don't really like esports in general, but
Why not?
well, I don't know. I don't care for it.
Have you never watched,
But-
or have you never got into any of them?
I hate MOBAs, so
Really?
What?
well, the community, like, so say you're just starting out in a MOBA,
I can see that.
like, it'll be your first time, and people will just start yelling at you, and you're like, you
Yeah.
gotta learn sometime.
Yeah,
There
no,
was-
no one
can't
can
even,
argue with that. The communities are garbage.
Yeah, when you first
I
start.
mean, at least in Overwatch is like you start off on kind of a skill playing field, and it changes as you play.
I think
Can I
that...
tell a
True
quick
story.
Smite story about this?
yeah.
Sure.
Sure.
Well, there's match mode in Smite called Assault where you get random gods. And I was on a team with my friend and then a bunch of random people. And I got Ra, who's a healer. And this other person got Zing Zang or Ching Chang or something like that.
Zing Zang's a good Bloody Mary mix.
Yeah, he's a big guy with a mouth on his belly. Anyway, the guy who has him says, "Hey, can I have Ra? I'm much better at him." And I said, "Well, I don't really know how to play Zing Zang." And he's like, "Oh, it's okay. Don't worry about it." So I switch with him, get in the match, and within 3 minutes he's calling me cancer and AIDS and I should kill myself and
Wow.
what the hell's wrong
Just
with you?
ignore
Don't you know
what
how to
they
do
say.
this?
Well, yeah.
Just ignore what they say. It's not that big of a
Yeah,
deal.
it's still frustrating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
No.
just kept using my ultimate to throw a character that kills Raw easy right at him. So I'd
I
pick
mean,
up a guy
just-
from the other time and throw
Sounds
it.
like something I'd do.
Just because they say something doesn't mean you have to pay any attention to it.
Yeah, but it makes the game a negative environment.
Because
like,
I
not-
used
as
we
enjoyable.
tried League for a while,
Mhm.
and people talk shit all the time, and I just literally ignore it and play.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how you let it get to you.
Well, it also, if they actually affect their gameplay and troll and, if they're typing stuff in chat, that's one thing. But if they're actively like messing your game up,
I didn't have that happen to me.
then that's a different story.
I had
You know
people
what
say
makes
shit,
it so
but-
frustrating for me is like, if it was real life, I would just sock these people in the eye and that would be the end of it. But
Yeah.
where I can't find them, it's really frustrating.
Yeah. Well, internet anonymity is the, how trolls operate,
But you have to
Yeah.
understand where they're coming from. If they're logging in to practice and they're pro level gamers
They
and
shouldn't-
some
they
random,
wouldn't be
So they
within.
should have a group.
yeah, they should.
They shouldn't
Yeah,
be
don't
doing it
play
randomly.
They should. That's
Those
true.
people are just trolls. That's all there is to
Because
it.
I understand the mindset, because like whenever, and this is a weird comparison, but I used to go and gamble a lot. And when you're playing poker, if you know how to play it correctly, and then you have somebody walk up to your table that doesn't know how to play, you get very angry. You want them out. You tell them
Not
to
poker.
leave the table.
You want it with poker because then you take their
Blackjack.
money.
I'm sorry, blackjack, not poker. If somebody's coming to the blackjack table and they don't know what they're doing, they need to leave. So I used to end up getting so frustrated by newbies that I would go to the back and play one-on-one with just the dealer.
Well, that's common with blackjack. Yeah, I mean, that's the sort of thing.
If you don't know
But
how to
it's
play
just taking
blackjack,
up your
don't
time.
walk
that-
up to
that's
the
also
table.
a different story because that affects your money.
They
You
get
know?
paid.
Yell at him and tell him to kill himself.
No, but I told him that he should leave the table because the rest of us know how to play and he's messing up the game
Yeah.
for the rest of the people that are betting money on it. So it's very similar to that. I understand the mindset.
Yeah, but at the same time, those people are just trolls that on games that do the stuff.
Well,
like
yeah,
that.
there's a lot of
that's-
trolls on
again,
It would
that
be
is
like-
with your real money.
Yeah, it would be like when we were playing League and we were doing ARAMs, the all random one, and people yelled at you for being bad.
They didn't really yell at me that
Well,
much.
I'm just saying in general, like if the not you in particular, the royal you.
Oh God, the royal
We'll
you.
get to that later.
Save that story.
No, just in general, like if someone were playing ARAM and got, Nidalee or something and I've never played her before and we're just missing every spear and getting killed easily, then, people would call them trash or cancer and be like, I can't do anything about it. This is chosen for me.
I'm
So,
just saying, like, if I'm going to sit in a stadium or I'm watching it on my computer, typically when I watch it,
Mhm.
League of Legends especially, there's no way that anybody that's playing Overwatch competitively could hold my attention the way that a League of Legends match would. Because the League
So
of
then you're
Legends
just
is...
not into that game.
No, it's not that. That's not the issue. The issue is that League of Legends is infinitely more difficult.
Well, it is more complex, I will say. I hesitate saying it's more difficult because it takes different sets of skills. But I agree.
It's a much more intellectual game.
It is definitely. And I
Than
agree that,
Overwatch.
and Overwatch does have strategy. It needs, to know who to go for and what counters what and, what.
Yeah.
But the complexity of League is definitely miles higher because of all the builds.
I should watch some Dota.
Well, there's like
That's what I want to watch.
Well, it's basically League.
yeah, I know, but I want to see the differences
Yeah.
for myself.
I mean, you're looking at 130 or 40 characters now that all can have different counters and builds and strengths and weaknesses. And
Well, and wouldn't
and-
most people say that Dota is actually higher level skill cap than League?
I don't know why. I mean, it seems to me,
To be very
people
similar.
can probably tell me, but honestly, they're almost clones of each other.
Okay.
From what I've
I
seen.
would have to watch it to see. You know what I miss from League, though?
Hmm.
I miss Monte Cristo.
Oh,
I love Monte Cristo.
you want to know something really funny?
I know he does Overwatch now. I'm aware. I heard.
He became an Overwatch caster.
It makes me sad
Yeah.
that he
Monty was cool.
left.
Are you guys interested in hearing how big esports are now?
Yes.
Yes.
I've got the largest overall prize pools open in front of me in esports.
Uh-huh.
It's probably Dota.
And Yep, Dota 2 International 2016. The prize pool was $20 million and a bunch of other dollars
for the prize pool.
We heard from Pyrian Flax, who was there casting it, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's one of the cast, or not, he's an analyst, not a caster.
That was the prize, and I was like, wow, Dota prize is crazy.
Well, they actually fund that in Steam. They sell like packs.
Yeah.
And
their fan base is crazy.
Going up to TI, they you'll see, because Valve owns it, and Valve owns Steam.
Yeah.
It's it's a free to play game on Steam, and they sell like bundles for stuff like in-game items and all kinds of stuff to make the prize pool essentially.
What was the second thing, Nick?
Next up is League of Legends, and this is the 2016 World Championship of that, and they're only 5 million.
Yeah, it's a pretty big difference.
But I believe that their first place gets more on League, if I remember.
Okay.
I might have to look that up, but I think
you can fact check
that
as
like
we're
the
talking.
single team that wins League gets more than the single team that wins Dota, because I think more people get played in Dota, but that may be old.
The number of players is 6 more in League of Legends, and because it's 80 players in the championship, Dota 2, and 86 for League of Legends.
Interesting.
And then the next one is Smite, which is only 2.6 million.
How is it 86?
Okay.
That doesn't make sense.
And that's 40 players.
Because there's 5 people on a team in League.
Well, yeah, but there's probably alternates and coaches and stuff.
Yeah,
like
that
they have
makes
to
sense.
include the whole team.
Yeah, they actually have coaches in League now.
Yeah.
Like they started 2 years ago, something like that.
Who was my
team-
favorite Lemon? What was his name?
Lemon Nation.
Lemon Nation. He was my
Cloud9.
favorite.
My
So
favorite
smart.
lemon.
No, he's just really smart. Like he's there, they're playing, and he's on the side writing on a notepad and like telling them what to do and where to go, and he's just analyzing. That's what I mean by it's so different than
It is.
Overwatch.
It is. But like you said, it's an apples to oranges comparison. It's very.
I think
different.
I could see Overwatch being popular because it's more fun to participate in. Like if you can't play League well, then don't bother.
It's
I mean,
also a
honestly.
huge difference in time. I mean, you're looking at
quick matches
Yeah.
versus an hour and a half sometimes with League. Like if they go for the tower and just can't get to it.
I've seen
We've watched
lots of
hour and a
70,
half
80
matches,
minute matches.
But it holds my attention the whole time, especially if Monte Cristo is. He's been gone for so long.
I think
now.
the reason that Dota and League are so appealing is because every game is different, and you have such variety with the champion counts, with the builds, and the reactions. Like if one team's starting to do something well, you can actually react to it better with builds and changing.
I think
It's
also
more dynamic.
part of it may have to do with the fan base location. Dota and League and those type of MOBA games are very popular in Asian countries.
Absolutely.
And their population is just so much
Well,
greater.
it's the
So
same-
that's going to boost.
Same way strategy RPG or strategy games were like
so that's going to boost them naturally.
like real time strategy games like StarCraft 2. StarCraft was the Korean game. Like it's how esports started, I believe. It was like Korean esports on StarCraft 1, and then StarCraft 2 came out, and it's the same kind of thing. It's just huge.
So that was 1, 2, and 3, right? Is what you said so far?
Those are all
Nick?
MOBAs.
Was there,
Yep.
did you have more of them?
Oh yeah, there's tons
Okay,
more.
keep
Next is Halo 5 Guardians.
Ugh, okay.
Really?
go ahead.
Kind of surprising.
Yeah.
That's very
That's
surprising.
2.5 million.
Wow. Okay.
Call of Duty Black Ops 3.
Mm-hmm.
That's
How much did
2
the
million.
A 12-year-old gets 2 million. Okay, keep going.
Who fucked your mother last
Your
night?
mom.
Next
Fuck
is
your mom.
Hearthstone.
Go ahead. Hearthstone, I could see. A lot of people do
Yeah,
that.
1 million.
That makes
I wouldn't
sense.
want to watch that, really.
I wouldn't either. I mean, you watch somebody else play a card game,
It's
that's
like-
kind of weird.
It's like the former kind of Magic the Gathering. It's taken over for that, essentially.
Yeah, but you don't
It's a
wanna
cheaper
watch.
form.
Yeah.
You don't want to watch somebody else play a
It's
card
actually
game.
pretty
It's
Yeah,
interesting.
really
I mean,
weird.
if you're into
Card
the game,
games, yeah.
yeah, if you're into
Card
it,
games are expensive.
yeah.
Yeah. It's fun to play, just to watch it.
to watch would be weird, I think.
Yeah.
I think if you're really into
But then
it, it's
again,
good to
World
see the
Series of Poker is a
strategies
thing, so.
Oh,
That's true.
I used to
watch
watch so
it.
much.
I'm like,
Well,
yes.
Chris Moneymaker. Woo!
Yeah.
He was the first big nobody that won it. Like the non-pro and then it was like, oh my God, you can win this. And then it just blew up.
So do you have like the top 10 in front of you, Nick, or how far down the list does it go?
There's only a couple more I'm going to
Okay,
mention because then
go
it
ahead.
gets into weird stuff. The next one is a game I like to call very slowly being kicked in the balls, Heroes of the Storm.
Okay.
Okay.
I hate that game, just in case you want.
The casual MOBA.
Mhm.
Yeah, $1 million for that. And let's see if there's anything other that isn't a repeat on here. Painkiller.
I don't even know what that is.
So Counter-Strike wasn't on that list?
Oh, sorry, I just did skip that. Hold on, I thought I already mentioned it. Counter-Strike would have been right after Modern Warfare 3.
Really?
They're pretty
which is $1
similar, so
million.
that makes sense. They make sense.
That's
They're
kind
very
of
similar
surprising to me,
games.
though, because Counter-Strike was like the one that was competitive.
Yeah.
It seems like it's
they've got
growing.
stuff going on all the time, and
Yeah.
since they had that gambling
Issue, that's
I forgot about that.
thing, it's been really hard. They can't do a lot of stuff they used to do.
Well, I think Overwatch is going to take over where Team Fortress 2 was. That's going to be what it's going to replace. That was the competitive scene. It never was the biggest game, but it was one of them that was, out there and competitive.
The other thing I was going to say, and this is kind of random, is a lot of people online do like speed runs, or they do like their whole basis for their channel is trying to up their level in Diablo. Like you see so many of them trying to get to number 1. But Diablo,
Leaderboards?
there's no, and it's like one of my favorite games in life, and I will tell you as a player, there's not really any skill to Diablo. It's complete luck. It's your rolls. It's re-rolling. It's getting
It's
the right
grinding.
equipment. It's grinding equipment. There's not a skill. Anybody pretty much can do it.
Yeah. I mean, there are skills in knowing. It's not really playing the game. It's knowing the game. And it takes it's
the luck of what levels you get when you're speedrunning. Like, you don't know what you're going to get.
Well, they're actually trying to kind of make that a little bit more consistent with that. The next patch, it's going to kind of average the densities across the greater rifts and stuff like that. And I mean, it is just it's a looter. It's not a competitive game.
Yeah, no, I know. I just mentioned it because I thought about the fact of how many people spend all day, every day trying to up their Diablo.
I used to watch Diablo streams all the time.
Yeah, who's the big one we used to watch?
I used to watch Mods.
Mods.
He was fun.
He's got a beard, like a real man's
awesome.
beard.
Love Mods.
So I want to move on to the next question that we got so that we don't forget to cover it. It's from Dino.
What's up?
What's up, Dino? So he wants to
Grim,
know
it's Grim 2.0.
if we were, like, what game you would want to be an eSports pro in. Like, if you were to be a pro, what game would you want to be in? We'll start with Nick.
I would want to be in Smite.
Smite.
Not the culling?
Yeah. Nope, not the culling. I'm pretty... I'm mad at the culling.
Oh.
But anyway.
Did you guys have a fight?
They broke
Yeah,
up.
we did.
Did
broke
she
up.
cheat on you?
Did you break up?
Grim.
It turned into a different person. No, I'd want to be in Smite because kills in Smite are even more satisfying if you do that. You feel like you are the god when you're like just melted the face of 3 people in a row.
Mhm.
So that's what I'd want to do. That's where my Steam name Murder Bird Deluxe came from.
Oh, really?
Because I was playing Ra, who is a bird. And I killed like 5 people and then he was cackling like a bird.
Awesome.
That's perfect. That's exactly.
So I'm like,
Is
I
that
am
your
the
Ra
Murder
impression?
Bird Deluxe.
Oh my god.
Grim,
God.
I know that you said you don't really like esports, but if you
Well,
had to do one, what would it be?
If you could be a pro,
If you were a pro.
Clearly the one that makes the most money.
obviously.
So you want to be
So
Dota?
Dota or League.
Yeah. Dota.
It's all about the Benjamins.
I don't even
That's
know how
it.
to play Dota at all, so I would pick League, and even more specifically, the healer in League, the support role.
Oh, you like that role?
Yeah, whenever I used to play, I would be Sona or I would be Thresh. Thresh was my main.
She was a hooker.
Main bay was Thresh.
Because he throws.
Throwing
You
them
being
hooks,
support, You
baby.
should pick up Smite.
Really?
Yeah, install Smite.
It's for free.
It is for free.
I played like one match of Smite ever.
What would you play
pro.
Did you not
if
like
you were
it?
going to be a pro?
That was all right. I just didn't want to get into another MOBA because I invested
There's so many.
so much time into League. And it's funny is I never even played a ranked match ever in League. Not one. I just played ARAM basically, and then Dominion before they got rid of it. I had a lot of fun with that.
I loved Dominion. I'm sad they got rid of that.
Yeah, and then
game
just
mode.
casual matches. I never really got.
Dominion was fun.
But I watched the hell out of League.
Yeah,
Like,
we
I
used to
followed
watch it all the time.
But yeah, if I had to be, it would probably be League also because I would say a shooter, but I'm not that good at shooters and I rage way too easily. And so realistically,
Wouldn't you just rage at League too?
Yeah, but not as much because I feel like there's more in my control.
You don't have time to rage in League. Like, something goes wrong, you've got to be thinking about your next move. You don't have time to react and act like a child. You've got to be on
It's just so different. I mean, definitely, I still would get mad. I would yell at ARAM matches.
Yeah, but you'd have something else to focus on right away.
Yeah.
If you were, like, in a pro match.
And I knew it was because they were farmed or, they were...
And you knew
tougher.
that you got killed by somebody that's really good at the game. So
Yeah.
you can't be that mad about it.
Or I just sucked, but...
Not if you're a pro.
But then you could adjust, it wouldn't be like, okay, I'm just going to go back out and try to kill this guy with guns again. It'd be like, okay, now I can try this different item because they blew me up with magic damage, so I need some magic resist, or whatever. So
yeah, League.
Yeah, I would say so. I think even though the community is pretty toxic, it's been better.
What character did you always like the best?
Ah, man.
You played
my
a lot
favorite
of,
League character? I really like Warwick.
What was her
awesome.
name? The little... She was a Yordle. What was her name?
say
Lulu?
Yordle?
Lulu? I didn't play a lot of Lulu. I played a little.
Oh, I thought you liked Lulu.
Yeah, she was alright. But I think Warwick is probably my favorite to play.
Is he the werewolf guy?
Yeah, he would get so strong. You just tank almost everything and chase people down. Anyway,
so that's the end of the esports discussion. Does anybody have anything else they want to add?
Yeah. Aurelia was my favorite.
Aurelia was your main, right? Yeah, she was good.
Or Fiora.
Yeah.
I got good with Fiora after a while. But anyway, continue.
Anything else, guys? Nick, Grim? Esports?
Any final thoughts?
Passing?
I would like to see legalized gambling on that.
Oh, yeah?
I would like to see that. I think it would be fun. I think you can gamble fake stuff in Smite, but...
I mean, you can gamble on it if you go to Vegas.
I don't know why people aren't allowed to gamble all the time, anywhere. Like, if you're an adult and you choose to lose your money in a stupid way, then
because
you have to
protect people from themselves.
No, whatever.
But no, I do have one final thing about esports is that they're going to be huge. I mean, they are already growing rapidly and Twitch has made it a lot more prevalent in the last few years. Mm-hmm. And you're seeing some big names start to get into it. Mark Cuban has even talked about that it's the next big thing. And talked about buying teams. And, if Cube's in on it, you got to watch out.
The Cube.
You must have heard who's getting into it now.
Who's that?
Elon Musk.
Oh, yes, yeah. I did hear that also.
Elon
Musk?
Huge.
Tesla? The owner of Tesla?
The car
company and the innovation.
He's going to be exploring space.
I got so confused.
Single-handedly.
Was it SpaceX? Space One X?
Yeah, SpaceX.
SpaceX, he owns that. They're the one whose rocket blew up on the launch pad a few months ago.
Was it the one that had nobody in it though?
Yes.
Okay.
It was. I
remember that.
It was like an exploratory mission, but $60 billion or something, just
ridiculous.
Flushed when that blew up.
Pocket changed.
Do you think that he would pay off? Do you think he would pay off my student loans for me? It'd be like $1 to him.
For real.
He drops
I'm gonna send him
money
a mail.
to pay off loans.
All of ours.
I'm gonna send him an email and be like, "Hey, can you just pay this real quick?"
And a couple years ago, I think it was 2 seasons ago in League, Rick Fox bought a team. Who was a former NBA player for the Lakers. So you're starting to see some people invest into it and seeing it as a big up and coming venture. So I think it's just going to get bigger.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm.
So this week, instead of doing a scary movie review and all of that, I'm going to do something a little bit different. So there are 2 movies that I've seen. Quit cheating. You're looking at my sheet.
Oh, did you read a book?
Stop. So there's 2 movies that I've seen that are very, very similar. So I'm going to tell you the synopsis of each one, movie A and movie B. You're going to tell me, you guys are going to vote. If you remember, Luke, which one I liked, then don't play.
I'll abstain.
You have to tell me which one you think that I thought was really good or which one I thought was really bad. All right? And people at home can play along and see if they're right or wrong. I'm not going to tell you the name of the movie. I'm not going to tell you the name of the movie until afterwards, okay?
Okay, so she's going to give you 2 synopses.
Yeah,
2 synopses.
Yes.
And you have to decide which one she thought was better.
Yeah. So movie A, here we go.
Grim, are you alive? Alive?
Alive.
Grim, are you alive?
Okay.
Yes.
So movie A.
I should do a Scottish-Irish accent for
William
CoGPod
Wallace
listener. Yeah.
Oh, God. We could do that later.
And you can never take our CoGPod.
That was terrible. What you said a minute ago was better. Terrible. Practice
Write
that
down.
later. Somebody take a note. Okay, here we go. Movie A. An archaeological enthusiast uncovers the secret of Nicholas Flamel's tombstone to pinpoint the location of the Philosopher's Stone.
I'm sorry, is archaeological a word?
Yeah. Like when they
Yes.
dig bones up, they
Wouldn't
have
it
an
just be archaeologic?
archaeological find. That's how you say
It
it.
doesn't sound right.
You're wrong. Anyway,
Look
the
that up.
quest to find the stone takes Scarlet, who is played by Perdita Weeks, and a group of explorers, which includes Ben Feldman, who's an actor that's been in a lot of scary movies.
Okay, it's a word.
So they go deep into the uncharted catacombs of Paris,
Oh, I know what
where
you
they
mean, yes.
encountered far more than what they bargained for and struggle to fight against their own demons and a claustrophobic horror.
Mhm.
Okay? So
I
that's
remember-
movie
I
A.
remember, I remember that movie.
Okay. Movie B. On her first trip to Paris, a young woman who is played by one of my favorite actresses, Shannon Sossaman, gorgeous. She hits up a party in the catacombs of Paris as well, with her friend who is played by Pink, the music artist. Okay? So they go down to the catacombs, which is a 200-mile labyrinth of limestone tunnels under the city that's lined with the remains of 7 million people, in case you didn't know. I don't know why they put that in the...
7 million.
So separated from her friends, she becomes convinced that someone or something is chasing her. Ooh. So we'll start with you, Nick. Did you think I liked... Which one did I prefer, movie A or movie B?
I'm gonna go with A because I know it is a better movie, so I'm trusting you.
You already know you know which one it is. Okay, Grim, your guess will be more valuable then.
All right. Well, I know you like crappy movies, so we're gonna go with B.
You're
See,
gonna go with B?
that's the tricky part. Is
That
like,
is tricky.
She does like crappier movies
I have
usually.
terrible taste. So this is difficult.
Okay.
Do you know which one I
I'm
like
trusting
better?
I
you.
do.
Okay,
I'm
so Luke
trusting
already
you.
knows.
I already know.
So I'll tell you that movie A is called As Above, So Below. Movie B is just called Catacombs. And the one that I liked was As Above, So Below.
I knew it.
That's
Movie
right.
A, so Grim failed.
So blow.
So,
Faith restored
pro-
in humanity.
But the thing is, As Above, So Below, it was better than Catacombs, but not a lot. So out of 8 stars, it got 5.5.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Catacombs got one
One?
star.
Wow.
I watched 35 to 40 minutes of it and had to turn it off. It was so bad.
Shannon Sossaman.
I know, but the camera work was shitty. Like the director or producer were terrible. Like it was just bad.
You know what she was good in was First Night.
She was good in everything.
That was a great movie. First Night?
Gorgeous.
That was it, right? No.
No,
Is
no,
that
no.
it?
A Knight's Tale.
A Knight's Tale. Fuck.
Neat's Tale.
Neat's-
Here,
yeah.
Scribbles.
No.
Fucking
Cat
cat.
Attack. No, First Night was the one with Richard Gere, wasn't it? I think.
I have no idea. I don't know if I saw that.
Starring Richard Gere.
I just know that she was in Knight's Tale, and that's what you're
And
thinking.
a hamster. Hey, you know hamster doesn't have a P in
It's
it?
not a hamster. It's not a hamster. It's a gerbil.
Yeah.
The rumors
Did you know
about a
that
gerbil.
hamster doesn't have a P in it? So it's not hamster. It's
Then
hamster.
stop saying the P.
There's no
Hamster.
P in it?
No. Hamster.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Google that for me,
Look at
please. Fact check that.
No, it's true. I can tell you right now it is.
Hamster?
There's no P.
Wow.
Hamster.
Hamster.
Well, I know, but I thought there was. Why did I think there was?
Everybody
a P in
says it that way.
Weird.
Do you guys say it that way? Like you hear people
No,
say,
I say hamster.
Wow, fuck.
Wow.
Hamster.
Okay.
Maybe it's a
Frickin-
Midwest thing. Y'all.
Like
Yeah,
a creature
probably.
that really likes
It's a
ham.
southern thing.
Southern, Midwestern.
Hamster.
Instead of hamps.
Hamster.
Yeah, like a laundry hamper.
Hamster.
No, not a hamster.
Put your clothes in the laundry, hamster.
Let's go to the hamsterins for the weekend.
So anyway, that was it. Do you guys like the format of having to pick between two?
Yeah, that's cool.
No.
I just
I
wanted to
like
switch
it.
it up. I
You're
didn't want it to
lost.
always be the same every single freaking time.
No, that's cool
Grim.
because you can also do,
They found my burial
movies or-
ground.
What?
What?
Just 7 million people.
Your
What?
7 million people you killed in Paris. We knew it was you. I didn't read this week. Also, again, 2 weeks in a row I didn't read,
Look
so
at
I
this picture.
apologize.
Why not? You had all this time.
I know. I was here by
Instead of
myself
crying,
crying,
you could have been
crying
reading.
myself to sleep, and I didn't fucking read.
My God, that poster is amazing. She
The
has
one of you guys is the Doug
the
trio.
Doug Tree.
He's looking at
It's
pictures.
really, really, really
Quit getting
good.
distracted.
Oh.
So, tell them the story. Cue stupid shit Amanda says music. Tell them the story of the royal you
Oh my
first.
God. Okay.
Do that one first.
Is it a U with a crown?
What? No. Yeah, it's just a U with a crown on it. Somebody draw that. No. So we're talking about going to the store today, and it's all rainy and shit here. It's like 40 degrees. and it's raining and annoying. And she's like, okay, you have two options for going to the store. You can either go today when it's 45 and 50% chance of rain, or you can go tomorrow when it's like 48 and a 70% chance. I'm like, those suck. So I was like, but why do I have to go? And she's like, no,
we're gonna go.
We're gonna go. But I was like, why did you say you both times? She's like, the royal you. And I'm like,
you're like, it's the royal we is what the saying is, you idiot. And then I told him, like, when I'm driving around in my car, talking to myself out loud, just in case there's a ghost in the car with me, then they're entertained. Okay, that's why I do it.
And then she says we, like
I say we. No, I say we. Like, I'm like, we're gonna park here. We're gonna go grab a pizza. We're gonna drive through here and get a soda. We're gonna go get our...
Ghosts don't need pizza, Amanda.
I know. Yeah. I don't know who the fuck I'm talking
it's
to.
Both of your personalities. Gollum.
I'm schizophrenic.
It's Smeagol and Gollum.
I'm schizophrenic, and so are they.
Yeah,
whoever they
so
is.
are they. You know.
I don't know who.
Yes, we get.
But they like
pizza, precious.
So weird. Like my mind, I automatically think of myself as more than one person, which is weird.
It was strange. And then she told me about the we means I,
and then you means
us. And it's just very confusing.
But what was worse than that was whenever you guys so we have a chat room in Discord that's just for those of us that do the podcast, and you guys were like, so are we set for the times of 2 p.m., 3 p.m., and 4 p.m. like normal? And I'm like, sure, we're ready to go. So then we're like doing our shopping today. I'm like, we go on at 4. He's like, no, we don't. We go on at 2. I'm like, they said 2, 3, and 4. You're like, yeah, 2 o'clock in Canada, 3 o'clock in New York, 4 o'clock in Texas.
No, you did it backwards again.
No,
just now.
Oh, shit! Why
the
can't
best
I
part
get
is
it?
we talked about this last week, too.
Oh my god, we
I
did.
can't fucking
And
get
you know
it
what's
right.
funny is we didn't say
20 fucking minutes ago, actually.
we did.
Before we started the podcast, we went over it again.
So we do a test recording before we start, and that's where like the little cold opening from last week came when his Grim Gone part.
Fucking hell, you guys.
And last week we talked about this, and it was gold, and we were going to keep it, but my mic was muted.
We were muted.
And so it didn't record any of it. And then we talked about it again today before because it was a completely separate instance.
And also because you showed them the picture of you literally mapping it out for me on the US map, but using magnets on our refrigerator.
I made a map.
We'll post that. We'll post that. And clearly I still don't fucking get it. So I don't know. I don't know what the problem is.
Oh my god.
Thanks, Amanda.
Oh, that's great.
Can't fucking understand it.
And it wasn't even the same conversation last week. It was about a different thing about time zones. And
what were we talking about last week?
I mean, it was kind of
it was about when we were starting.
It was but it wasn't, it was
it.
Another instance this week of it.
Yeah.
It's because, I don't know, in my mind, I think that they get up earlier, so it's earlier there. Not later there.
Right.
My mind can't flip it.
But they get up earlier because 6 o'clock happened for them.
I know.
And then an hour later
I understand it, but I
us.
just say it backwards, and my mind instinctively does it backwards.
You know what's weird is there are things like that just get stuck in your head. I've been that way with directions my entire life. Like I know what direction's which, but I have to take an extra second every time. I'm like,
Is that why you flip your controllers?
No, inverted. I know it's only east-west that messes me up. And I know that,
okay.
If you're looking at the traditional map, east is right and west is left. But when I'm like relatively to something else. So if I'm looking at something and I'm like, oh, something's on the west side of the road,
like,
for example, I have to do it in my head for a second. I'm like, west, it's on the west side of the road, And I know it, it's ingrained into me, but for some reason it just
can't.
That it's a block.
Yeah, I have a mental block about it. I can't get my mind
It
around.
must be a Texas thing.
No, I'm from Kansas.
I don't do the compass directions when I'm driving. Like if someone said something's on the west side, I'd just be like, do I look like a goddamn pioneer? Is it left
like,
or
is
right?
it on the left or the right?
Like,
Motherfucker.
If I know the place, I will. Like if I know they're familiar with the town, or if it's like a highway, I-35 or something, and it's obviously on that. But if I don't tell people directions, like, okay, then you go north on this and then west on this. I don't do that. Yeah, that's left and right, relatively speaking.
I can't believe
like if
did
I pulled
it
up to
again.
someone and said, "Where's the Walmart?" and they're like 2 miles north from here, and
Be like,
I'd be
look
like,
at your
okay, well, fuck you
phone."
too, bye.
Eastbound. Where the fuck's eastbound?
You go eastbound and down, and then
Be like, fine, if you don't want to help me, go fuck yourself.
be like, you pull out your smartphone and use Google Maps. You stupid.
Google Maps. I can't believe I did it again. Trying to explain how stupid I am, and I said it again wrong.
Classic.
You're still on that?
It's just a mental thing. You're not stupid.
Oh
Damn.
my god.
It is a mental thing.
Did you get any
Yeah,
questions?
being mentally inferior means you're stupid.
Did you get any questions mailed in, Nick? Did anybody email
No.
questions in?
No one loves us.
Oh,
No.
fail. That's
Anybody
okay.
do it.
That's okay.
We do this every week, and we don't have 10,000 listeners. So
It's been 10 weeks. Come on, guys. It's 1,000 a week. How much is that to ask?
Starting to ask for money now. Donate,
yeah. The whole first
y'all.
part of this was like begging for money,
Begging for
and
money to
drawing
help keep
and
us alive.
impressions and-
Just if you want to support us. Yeah, the impressions, those are free, though. You know, if you want to give us...
It's just something fun to throw in
Yeah.
from the fans.
I've got some friends that do good impressions. I'll see if I can get them to do it.
Yeah. I don't really know.
Wait, you
anyone.
have friends?
Well,
It's got like
acquaintances.
2.
They
You're
were from,
vicious today, Grim.
They were
You're
from
vicious.
before I was this much of a
Sorry.
loser.
Grim is always vicious.
Not this
I know.
bad.
How many beers have you had?
Sadly, only 2.
I thought
there
it was
you
a
go.
7.
Do you know, Grim, that in the Doug trio, you're the one with the really stupid haircut, like the short bowl cut? That's you.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna get a
just
bowl cut
provoking
now.
Oh my
The
god.
long-haired one is you, Nick, because you
That's what
actually have long hair.
I'm gonna get a bowl cut and send you that as my signature.
And then we'll just
Oh,
Oh,
You
that would be
should
amazing.
sign it for me. But sign it as Grim. Don't put your real name because it's creepy.
Should we edit our faces on that Doug trio?
Oh, my god, please do. That would be awesome. Maybe somebody can Photoshop us into the picture that he did.
That poster is so awesome. Thank you.
I know, I
for
want to
joining.
hang it up. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. And then I really appreciate the one of me also.
Yes, that one was really good too. We'll put them on the website.
Yeah.
All that jazz.
Yeah, go follow us on Twitter.
Apparently, some new stuff's coming out. New old stuff is being brought back with Destiny. They're all talking about it today.
Like what?
Icebreaker's coming back for one.
Oh, I loved the
Woohoo.
icebreaker. I
Yeah.
loved it.
I know Grim's all bitter about it, and
Whatever. Grim's bitter about everything.
I honestly haven't even looked at it. I haven't played Destiny in probably a month
There's
at this point almost.
racing.
Yeah, Sparrow
and-
Racing League's coming back.
Oh, doesn't is it Dino or Enjoyment Gamer or somebody that wants to come on when we talk about the racing?
Yeah,
Is it
probably
Dino?
Dino.
I think
He
it's
he
Dino.
plays Destiny still like every day.
Dino, sorry. No, I'm calling him Dino because that's what you guys
it's
call him.
Dino
It's
forever
Dino.
because in Final
Yeah.
Fantasy there's a guy named Dino.
Oh, that's
Oh,
awesome.
okay.
Wasn't
So-
Dino? Wasn't that the name of the dinosaur dog on the Flintstones? Was
Yes.
I mean, I know it's
Yes.
spelled that way, but wasn't it pronounced Dino?
Yeah, it was Dino.
Okay, so I thought
We're gonna call him Dino.
What's up,
So
Dino?
he wants to come on and special guest star on that one.
maybe he was already supposed to be on a shit show.
I
and he
know.
backed out.
He backed out of the shit show.
He's on.
He
He's in
knew
timeout.
he knows when to get out of a sinking ship. Next time. I'm just saying.
Let's give him another chance.
Yeah.
Give him another chance. How about?
Yeah.
There's no second chances here.
It's
Yeah.
the season for this.
What else is
I hate
happening on
this.
Destiny?
He is one of our staunchest supporters. So what? Grim?
Yeah.
I'm the Grinch.
Yeah.
Easily.
Actually-
I hate holidays.
Are we gonna do
You're
a Christmas
Scrooge. I suggest
had
I
an
thought
idea.
about it.
We could
Yeah.
Christmas live stream.
I said do the Christmas Carol as our last one for the year, and Bridget's
Call
Grim.
it the Christmas Carol.
Oh, we should.
The Cogmas Carol.
I think-
Cogmas Carol.
I just thought of this, but we're gonna do probably like game of the year kind of a discussion towards the end,
Okay.
maybe the next couple of
Okay.
weeks. Do we want to have people vote, or do
Okay.
we want to just kind of discuss it amongst ourselves?
No, let's tell them what it is.
All right, we'll tell you guys.
Yeah, we're
I
gonna
don't care
tell
what they
them.
think.
Or if you want to vote, you got to go to our website and email your vote in. That'll force them to go to the website.
it doesn't matter. I mean,
No one will vote.
yeah.
I know, right? We get 2 votes.
Twitter's the
Um,
way to do the voting. I
Don't
guess.
worry, guys. When we're super famous and we're on like a Comic-Con panel, we're gonna look back, and be like, "Oh, remember
We'll
when it was
remember
simple?"
that you didn't vote.
Remember episode 10?
10.
If we ever get famous, I will hug everyone at the conventions.
I know. I'll be so excited if
Yeah.
anybody ever wants my
Big
autograph.
sweaty hugs.
We've already got a poster, guys. We're ready.
I'm ready.
Yeah. Maybe we'll have to rent a stall.
with copyrighted material all over it.
So much, so
Hopefully people
mad.
donate.
That's why we have to like Photoshop so that it's not exactly.
Just put our faces on it. And it'll be
Yeah.
fine.
Can we rent a booth at RTX and
We
Just
can
for
rent a booth at the one that's coming up in Bell County. She said we could do a booth at
They're
the
doing
Bell
a Comic-Con
County
down
Expo.
here. Yeah, where we live. That's
They're doing a Comic-Con.
it's Bell County Comic-Con.
It's a really small one.
June or July, but they're gonna have some people
August.
there.
It's in
August.
August.
What?
We do
Oh
one
yeah, that's
here,
right. You
too.
guys do one in Elmira, don't you?
Yes.
When is that one?
I don't remember.
Oh, sorry. You don't want people to know where you live. Insert.
I
down.
don't. It's kind of big. It's really weird.
It's
That's
New
cool,
York
though.
City for Christ's
That's what
sake.
she
Oh
said.
my god.
But we're going to be volunteers at this Comic-Con anyway, so it'd be cool if we could have a booth too.
Yeah, we're gonna meet Lou Ferrigno.
Yeah.
If he doesn't die, apparently.
Because I said he was going to die.
Whoa.
That was the celebrity she chose was gonna
Yeah.
die.
I
Who
could
was
just
the one
picture you
that
guys
actually-
Well, he could
volunteering
already
and
be dead.
Who
Luke.
was the one that actually died right after that?
I don't know.
Nick told me and I forgot already.
Me
There was
too.
a third.
There was the third one, yeah.
Yes.
There was a third. I
Doesn't
forgot
matter.
his
The
name.
person from Firefly. The
Oh, the preacher.
Yeah.
Uh,
He died right after that.
I can just picture
podcast.
this place you're volunteering at, and Amanda walks up to Lou Ferrigno. So, how are you feeling?
dead.
And he was like, "Do you know that
You
I
gonna
listen to your
die?
podcast and I'm real pissed off?" That would be awesome, wouldn't it?
Oh my
God
Then he
god.
dang
Hulk
it.
strangles you.
That
Yeah,
would be wonderful.
I would film it.
Heck yeah.
Wow.
Wait, this just got weird.
What? Wait, what?
You fucking what?
There
mate?
was something else I was going to say and I already forgot what it
Oh,
was.
that's cool.
That's okay.
That makes for good radio.
No, nobody listens to us anyway.
Radio silence.
Yeah, I was waiting for your sirens to go off.
No.
Anything
It usually
else
happens right after.
when we're done? Anything else anybody wants to talk about? Did we forget anything?
You have any PSAs? Public
I did
service
a lot of
announcements.
PSAs this episode. I apologize. Just trying to wrap up some business. Business.
Business. Legit
That stuff
business.
I'm pretty
Anything?
business casual.
Jesus. All right. Well, I guess we'll wrap it up there then, you guys. We'll see you all next week. Go visit the website, CoGPod.net. Give us money, and we love you. Everybody say
This is
goodbye.
famous.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Jesus.